the 2018 World Championships for men in Hamburg. Today's game, the men's team, Group D, between the team from Argentina and the team from España. Let's meet the players. For Argentina, number 4, Carlos Despeche. Number 5, Fernando Alejandro. Number 6, Joel Llamas. Number 7, Franco Alessandrini. Number 8, Gustavo Villafane. Number 9, Nicolas Valenzuela. Number 10, Maximiliano Ruggeri. Number 11, Daniel Copa. Number 12, Christian Gomez. Number 13, Adrian Perez. Number 13, Adrian. 14, Adolfo Perdue. And number 15, Ivan Gomez, that team from Argentina. And now the players from the team of España. Number 7, Pablo Zarzuela. Number 8, Francisco Donna. Number 9, Alejandro Zarzuela. Number 10, Amadou. Number 11, Jordi Luis. Number 13, Asier Garcia. Number 14, David Juarez. Number 16, Oscar Abrupia. Number 21, Paulo Ravendarer Formato. Number 24, Ignacio Ortega. Number 51, Augusto Alejos. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and table as we play the national anthems.
right, you are tuning into the second game here in Venue 1 for Day 5 of the 2018 Wheelchair Basketball World Championships. I am Vanessa Erskine here with Mark. I'm going to give you a little bit of an rundown of these two teams here. Currently, Argentinian men for this tournament have one win against the Netherlands and one loss against Australia. Spain, a little bit of a surprise, currently with 2 losses. A little bit of an upset last night with them coming away with a loss against the Netherlands. Started the tournament with a loss against the reigning world champions, Australia. The starting 5 for these two teams are going to be, one moment, for Spain, number 7, Pablo Zarzuela, number 9, Alejandro Zarzuela, number 13, Garcia Piero, number 14, Maurice, and number 16, Onrubia. And for Argentina, you will be having number 14, Verdun, number 12, Gomez, number 4, Esteche, number 13, Perez, and number 8, Villafana. A lot of international talent here. These are a lot of players that are playing overseas in European club teams and are either teammates during the club season or playing against each other, so they know each other rather well. Something Argentina is going to have to look out for are the Zarzuela twins. They are 2 very large three-point players. And as we saw in the 2016 Rio Paralympic Games, they were huge offensive threats for Spain, helping carry them to that silver medal. Something Spain's going to have to look out for is number 13, their own player, Garcia Piero, 4-0 player and the captain. However, in a very emotional player, as we saw when they faced off against Australia, ended up fouling out of that game a little bit unnecessarily. A couple of frustration fouls, and he's definitely known to be able to get fired up like that.
All right, this is Mark Romero in on the call with Vanessa, getting here as well, and this is going to be a great Spanish game, Argentina and Espanol. And yeah, I was kind of surprised that when Spain lost to Netherlands in the early round upset, and now they haven't won a game yet, Spain, after being the silver medalists in Rio. So they are going to definitely be looking to beat Argentina here, and like Vanessa says, the teams know each other well. It's going to be a hard-fought game, and I expect this one to be one that goes down to the wire, kind of like that Japan-Brazil game went down to the wire. Exactly, and just like the Japan-Brazil game, that was Group C that we saw earlier today, along with Turkey and Italy. They will be crossing over into this group. This is Group D that we are about to see now, with Australia, Netherlands, Argentina, and Spain. Spain currently at the bottom of this pool. However, if they can come away with the win against Argentina, it will start going into point differential. Netherlands, Argentina, both with 1 win. Australia currently undefeated. Spain with no wins, so they definitely need this. This is kind of a do-or-die game for them, or else they're going to be crossing over into the number 1 seed coming out of Group C. What are you expecting out of this game, Mark? Well, I don't know. I haven't seen either teams play myself, and I know the history and what they've done to get here. But we're just going to have to see the game and see who all the top players are in this game, because they're always different. Like I said yesterday, for the U.S. men, it was Jake Williams having the hot hand and getting 23 points. But there'll be different players on that team that take the lead in different games. So all of these players, when you make it to your national level teams, they're all good, and it seems to be like who gets the hot hand and how the players match up. So that's why you gotta play the games and make your observations from there, because that's what we're gonna do here with tip-off just about to happen. And something that's a little different than these teams, rather than the USA team or GB team, is that their benches aren't quite as deep. They don't have some great overall players maybe on their benches, but they have some great role players that we'll be seeing coming off of these benches. Argentina, for example, have a couple of really great low-class players that are going to be coming in, and they bring some speed and physicality, as well as Spain has a couple of big guys currently on their bench that will come in and help increase that height there. Okay. My country is Spain. I will take. That is my country also, from where my ancestors are. And then I'll let you have Argentina. So get to know all the Spanish players and call them. And that is Garcia with the ball, number 13.
And the first shot of the game was by Berdun, and that was a three-point attempt and did not go in.
Spanish oftentimes use both last names, as do other countries. And that was Asier Garcia Pereiro, which we just call Garcia. And so we're just going to have one name for all these so we can keep up with the fast action in calling names. And still a 0-0 game, just beginning here. I'll be using the names on the backs of each shirts to call each player, because that's what they've done.
10 seconds left on the shot clock.
Underneath, falling over, is the Spanish man.
That is going to be a foul on number 13 of Argentina, Perez.
And that's Maurice, David Maurice, a 2.5 who went down on the court and got fouled and will be at the foul line.
I stand corrected. That is a foul on number 4, Seche. He is a player that Argentina cannot afford to lose. He brings great speed and ball handling to this team, as well as an incredible outside shot once he finds his rhythm.
Spain gets the first 2 points, hits both their foul shots.
Spain having a little bit of collision there with their own players, sending a player to the floor, able to recover. Argentina having a little bit of stationary ball movement there, a little bit of miscommunication. Ball going out of bounds.
Spain getting some inside movement. There's another player down and taking the shot, and that was again Garcia.
He is the captain of the Spanish national team, and he is a great finisher in the paint. Can be a critical player for this team. As I said before, very emotional though, and tends to do a couple of frustration fouls if he starts getting that energy in the wrong way. Shot there from the baseline for Gomez. That's going to be the first 2 points for Argentina.
And for the Zarzuela brothers, we have Pablo and Alejandro, which we'll just be calling Pablo and Alejandro. And that one, handing the ball off right there, was just number 7, Pablo. And there's Alejandro getting the ball knocked out of his hands.
Great hand there by Berdun. Seche finding Perez for the 2 points. Three-point shot there.
Was that 14 Maurice with that one?
Yes, it was.
It was. Maurice puts the Spaniards up by another point.
And that's also going to be Maurice's first personal foul there, I believe.
Got called for the foul.
Going to be called an intentional foul. Sending Berdun to the line.
Maybe they'll show us the replay.
throws good for Verdun. Some great ball movement there by Argentina, finding Villafana there in the middle. Just doesn't go in, able to get the offensive rebound. That's Perez there in the cluster. Just comes up short.
Defense there by Spain to get the rebound. Oris over to Garcia. Back to Alejandro. Can't get the roll.
Nice drive by Esteche. Spain not being able to stop his chair layup, does not go in. Perez with the pickup. 2 more points for Argentina. Garcia deciding he doesn't like that shot, swings it back out to Pablo, sorry.
Beautiful feed into Garcia there for the easy bucket underneath.
Swings back out to Villafana for that center shot, and this time it is good.
Argentina with the hot hand early.
Villafana, a critical player for Argentina. He has a 1-0 classification, so the lowest possible classification. He has extremely tall height. Became a very underestimated player when he first started joining the Argentinian team. However, has proved himself, immensely with his ability to have great chair skills as well as speed and shooting.
Have you ever seen a one-armed player like him?
No, he is one of a kind and truly fantastic.
So
phenomenal.
One arm of a kind. Unless you were seeing it, you probably couldn't even conceive of a top-level wheelchair basketball with only one arm. Basketball player with only one arm.
And he is absolutely fantastic.
But you are seeing it.
6 seconds left on the shot clock.
This is the world. Little foul there. Garcia is going to get shots or not a shooting foul. Not too much of a foul there, but the refs are keeping him honest early here. He went down, and maybe that's what drew the foul. But there was some hand contact.
Not a shooting foul. It will be an inbound baseline for Spain.
Argentina has 4 fouls compared to Spain's 1 right now.
7 seconds left.
Cross to Pablo. Nice shot from the floor, but doesn't go.
And that's a new...
that was on Rubia, I believe, number 16.
Yes, and that's someone that I haven't recently seen in the starting 5 for Spain. A little bit of a change here.
Yep.
Argentina trying to get some ball movement. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Verdun decides to take the shot. Alejandro Zarzuela with the rebound. Nice drive there by Garcia. Basket does not fall in. He's going to be sent to the line. 2-4 free throws. That is 4-2 free throws. That is a foul on number 12, Gomez of Argentina. That is his second personal foul.
Garcia will try to bring the Spaniards back.
Gomez is a player that I personally have experience against. He played this past year over here in Germany for a first division team called Rodden. He is a phenomenal mismatch shooter.
Well, let's talk about that just for a second. Vanessa, do any other countries besides Germany have these semi-pro wheelchair basketball leagues that are as competitive and as well known for the top players as Germany?
So I wouldn't even consider it semi-professional because these first division teams do have completely professional players. It is their full-time job to continue to train. That's what they're getting their visas for. That's what they're here having their salary for, what their insurance is coming from, everything like that. And yeah, so Italy has a rather strong league, as well as Spain. Turkey also has a league, and so does France, as well as Germany. And I would say those are kind of the big leagues.
Those are the top 5.
Yeah,
with Germany being the top, right? Maybe not.
My personal opinion, I think it definitely is. I think the Spanish league has grown really strong over the past few years, maybe even equaling out and matching up to Germany right now.
Well, you're seeing that here with 2 Spanish-based countries.
Yeah, and talking about clubs, so when you look at the Spanish national team, many of their players currently play in Spain, and a lot of them do play for the same club, actually, in CD Ilunion. It's been one of the top teams in Europe for many years now, also having international players such as Bill Latham from the Australian men's national team and Terry Bywater from the GB men's national team there.
And so it's a European league, kind of, with Italian and German and Spanish teams.
Yeah,
they all play each other. They don't just play within Italy or within Germany.
No, because you have the Euro League rounds, which means that other countries will be playing other clubs from other countries.
Right, similar to the sport of football and soccer, where you have your stuff within the country, but you mostly have stuff within Europe and your region of the world.
Yeah, exactly.
So there you have it. Learn something new about the sport every day myself.
Esteche going to the ground there.
And how big it is in most of the world.
And looking at the Argentina team, you also have a couple of international or players over internationally in Italy as well. So Berdun and Esteche, for example, and Villafana, all currently playing for Cantu, which is one of the top Italian teams.
Okay.
So they're getting year-round experience to build that on and off-court chemistry.
Too bad the New York Rolling Knicks and Dallas Mavericks were so far away.
Yeah.
Or U.S. is so far away from Europe.
No shot. That is going to be called 3 seconds.
Okay, the action heating up here. Argentina looks to unseat the somewhat more favored Spanish team.
Finding Gomez, not falling in.
Spain brings it back up. I'll mention again that Spain lost to a good Netherlands team, but Argentina beat that good Netherlands team, both of them by about 9 or 10 points. And so, in theory, Argentina would be the team that should win this game. But we know that they both play different games in different ways against different teams. And we will see what happens here. It's a very even game, obviously, so far.
That is going to be called an unsportsmanlike foul on number 13, Garcia. And that's something that he cannot have happen. He's a very passionate player. Very difficult to calm down once he starts getting riled up. However, as you just saw, the last Spanish possession was extremely great. They used the entire shot clock, getting a great shot off at the very end, just before the buzzer, and it went in.
I think that was more of a chair foul. He probably got the ball clean, but he banged into him with the chair to get to the ball, is what it looked like to me.
Ref calling it just a bit intentional.
And that's why, because he's just kind of crashing in there with the chair. It was definitely intentional to try and get the ball, but it was the chair part of it.
Neither free throw good for the Argentinian team. However, they will get the possession of the ball at half court on the sideline.
Garcia seems to have a bigger chair than other folks out there with a big bar in front, so that could help with some of his aggressiveness and penalties, who knows. But all the players have different styles for sure.
Yeah, definitely. It's just personal preference as a player.
Yep. Seems to be the biggest chair out there that I'm looking at. Oh, and That was Pablo, I believe. You get to notice the nuances. No, it was Alejandro. Just missing the easy layup. As Argentina holds a 1-point lead.
Argentina being held rather stationary here by the Spanish team. Getting a couple of good ball swings in, difficult baseline shot.
Nice combination there. For Pablo for the finish. Comes flying in there. Argentina up for the match.
3-point shot there by Verdun.
Did they give him the three? He was just rolling over the line.
I do believe they gave him the 3.
I think he got it too. Right now, the refs do not agree though. They only gave him 2, I believe. They went from 14 to 16. So that's why it took a minute, maybe a couple seconds to get the point up there. They were reviewing. But Argentina seems to have an answer early and still holding the one-point lead.
That's exactly what I expected coming into this game, though. I expected both teams to be rather equally matched, very similar playing styles, very similar height. No team having like one big advantage over the other team right now, and I think it's going to be a battle all the way until the very end.
Indeed. I think the coaches expect that too, and the players. Well, I wish I could speak fluent Spanish. For the whole world of Spanish world should be tuning into this one. And it will definitely be the best team here will be the top Spanish team in the world after this one's done.
Here we can see that was a clip of one of the Spanish team's youngsters. A very good player, currently in Madrid, or at Madrid, I should say, sorry. Learning from experienced players such as Terry Bywater and Bill Latham, as well as the Zarzuela twins and Jordi Ruiz, who's a 2-5 that we haven't quite seen on this court yet.
Well, Spain can't be happy at not having a victory yet after being the silver medalists in Rio. And they're going to play this game like it's their last, because it probably is if they don't win, or second to last. And they'll be a 4 seed if they don't win.
But crossing over into the other pool with potentially Italy in that #1 spot,
yep.
I think that's also still a good matchup for Spain. It's not
hopeless as if they were playing the U.S. or Great Britain or Australia.
I think what's actually going to be even more difficult is for the #1 seed of this pool coming in, because they're going to be crossing over straight into Turkey, and that is a team that you never know what to expect from them. And that looks like it might be Australia, so that could be a very, very interesting game very early on in crossovers, eliminating 2 very top contending teams.
Yeah, the organizers know what they're doing by putting all those semi-strong, really good teams in that Pool C, and, you know, so it really...
Well, it's completely random draw. So
the
teams are divided out into different, pools, I guess you should say.
And all that's random.
Based on, the level that they finished in the qualifying tournament and kind of their experience as a team, so to say. So they are ranked coming in. They're then divided into 4 different pools. Kind of like 1, 2s, 3s, 4s, and then there's one ball or one paper, whatever they did, drawn from each, and that will be your pool for that group.
So it's semi-random within the ranges of how you're ranked.
Yes.
Yeah. That's how the pools are formed,
but that's how GB and USA just happen to end up in the same pool. It's a very random process.
And after 5 or 6 games by each team, it all shakes out in the end anyways. It's just how the earlier games flow.
Yeah, it's whether maybe you have a little bit easier path to the final than another team or not. Argentina getting the offensive rebound. Spain saying that it didn't hit the rim. Ref's not calling it a shot clock violation.
Argentina trying to build a little lead here as we talk.
That is going to be a long two by Verdun.
And they have got it up to 7. Spain doesn't want this one to get away early. There's Maurice over to Garcia. The miss, off back of the rim. Not good shooting there on that round.
Argentina rather stationary here once again on offense.
But they're hitting their shots. Ooh, almost fell.
Verdun is a fantastic shooter. Once he heats up and feels his rhythm, it's very hard to get him off.
And Spain calls a timeout, seeing what they don't like. Okay, so that wasn't a timeout, just a side out. Maybe there was an equipment change. And Spain's got the ball.
We're seeing some substitutions on the Spanish side as well. Number 11, Jordi Ruiz coming in.
Yep.
The ref going to revisit the table right now. So Spain had lost the ball and then regained it. The shot clock was accidentally reset to 14 seconds. Argentinian ref very, very upset about it. It's going to be quite a debate there at the table. Let's see what kind of time is put back on the clock for Spain, or if Argentina will receive the ball. Ref's currently discussing. It is going to be called a shot clock violation. Spain's coach obviously not disagreeing with it. Understandable, as they did have maybe a couple seconds left.
And they're down by 7 now. But Spain gets the rebound with the new guy Ruiz in there, bringing the ball up the court. Ruiz over to Garcia.
That looks like it's going to be a foul on
Argentina, I think, came on the backside of Garcia there.
Yes, it's going to be a foul on number 11, Copa, who is also a substitution in for Argentina right now. Copa coming in for Verdun. No, Verdun is on the court.
As Alejandro hits with a short free throw type of shot.
Copa came in for Gomez. A little bit interesting, as Gomez currently is shooting rather well. 4 points for Argentina.
Spain back up with a 5-point advantage. Argentina. Good steal, but ball goes out of bounds. Kept by España.
Swings to Jordi Ruiz. Nice fake there by Ruiz. Great drive.
Ruiz gets the nice dish and gets the basket.
Verdun just not stopping his chair. A little bit of a fly-by defense, and definitely pays off for Spain there. Nice shot there by Esteche. A little bit of miscommunication there from Alejandro and Garcia.
We'll call that one an unforced turnover. which is just a bad mistake.
But they're going to get the ball back. That's going to be called an offensive foul on Argentina. Number 4, Wbwc. His second personal foul, team's second foul. Argentina holding this lead right now, 5 points.
Garcia brings it in, and right underneath.
Argentina just not
Alejandro.
Argentina not stopping any of the Spanish players' chairs, allowing them to roll pretty easily into the basket. They're making a play for the ball by taking their hands off their wheels, and that's not allowing them to, stop that player's wheelchair and better contest that shot. Perez wanting the foul there. Going to be held back. Spain's going to attack with a 5-on-4 advantage. Once again, not stopping Garcia's chair until he's just at the charge circle.
Gave the inside positioning.
Forcing Argentina to take a timeout now. Spain closing the gap. It's a 1-point game.
Alejandro again, right underneath the basket. Those are perhaps even easier to make than the layups when you're like just 6 feet from the basket.
Especially when you're very tall, and both Zarzuela twins have a rather high shot. They're able to keep the ball very high. Very difficult for any player that's not equally matched height-wise to be able to contend and defend.
And that's the zone that you see all the players keeping you out of, the 6 to 10 foot range, and a lot of times players will slip in for the layup.
Yeah, and unfortunately, like I said earlier, Argentina's just not doing a great job of keeping Spain out of the paint. Currently, 16 of Spain's 23 points is coming from inside.
Yep.
And that's something that Argentina's really going to have to start limiting.
Yeah, they're not making their shots tough at all, the shots that they do get. But on the offensive side, Argentina is playing great. Or enough to be ahead still.
Yeah, currently shooting 40% from the field.
Not bad.
50% from the free throw line. Wbwc allowing the clock to not start until he's able to pick the ball up right around half court. Gives them a little bit more time. Difficult pass there to Perez.
That is a tough pass, but that's what sets you up for everything. And out to Ruiz.
Ruiz is going to attack that left side. Keeping control of the ball.
Around.
Swinged it to Garcia for a wide open center shot.
Garcia did not hit that one. Good defense here by the Spaniards. They've had to force Argentina to shoot a lot of outside shots.
Yeah, really great defense there by Spain.
And then they get the fast break up to Ruiz.
That's good. Nice left-handed scoop shot there.
And that'll put Spain back up on top. By a point. See if Argentina can answer like they have the whole game. Quick answer.
Three-pointer there by Wbwc. Something that is not uncharacteristic from him at all. He can be a very great three-point shooter that we've seen in past games. Answer from Jordi Ruiz just off the front of the rim. Spain able to come up with the offensive rebounds.
Thought he was feeling the hot hand for a second.
Wbwc had left to try and go for that fast break opportunity.
Beautiful, beautiful feed there. And a tough finish. He had to shoot that ball straight up in the air. Get some nice height and then come right back down into the basket.
Dune for the three. A little flat, doesn't go in.
All right, Garcia gets the rebound. With the game tied now.
Finding Pablo down low.
Pablo comes through. Argentina not passing the ball around very much. Now they are. And again, just hitting shots at the end to close it.
Yeah, another great shot from Esteche there.
Only 2 seconds left on the shot clock on that one.
2 minutes left in the second quarter, 29-29. Another close game, just like the one we saw previous to this. Japan against
Brazil. Who got their first victory. And there's Garcia putting the ball in off of the glass.
Argentina telling the refs they really wanted a 3-second call on that. I think as the refs are being more aware of the 3-second violations that both coaches and players are complaining about, we might see that start to get called a little more often.
Yeah, you got to do that as a coach and as a team on the sidelines, because the refs are looking at a lot of different things, not always looking at the 3-second.
10 seconds left on the shot clock for Argentina. A little bit of an unfundamental pass there by Verdun, trying to get it to Villafana over his head and behind, and yeah, Spain able to pick it up. Jordi Ruiz coming away with the offensive rebound there. Kicks it back out to Garcia.
Garcia sees his shot, waiting for the right spot, but can't quite hit the bank on that one. It's got to be tough sometimes when you're always moving to know when to release the ball. But you know it as a player.
Spain doing a really good job of getting out there and contesting Esteche's shot. Now leaving him wide open baseline though, dips it out to Perez. Great finish there. Nice play by Argentina. And great patience, way to use time on that shot clock. Leaves Spain with 18 seconds to get one more offensive possession in. 10 seconds left.
Great first half, and it's looking like it's going to be basically even at the finish of the first half.
Not
we'll
able to get a last shot off. Sending us into halftime, 31-31 tie game. Exactly what I was expecting to see from both teams. Pretty equally matched, as we can tell. Yeah, Mark, what do you think so far?
Yeah, just great game. Very evenly matched teams. And this one is going to go down to the wire, I think, from the way both teams want it and are playing. So we'll see when we come back. I guess we'll take a little break here. We'll summarize and recap things for the first couple minutes when we come back just before the second half.
All right, we are back for the second half of the Spain-Argentina men's game. Currently a tied game coming into the second half. Looking at statistics, currently have Spain shooting 43%, Argentina 42%, Spain 50% from the three-point line, Argentina 1 of 6, 16% from the three-point line. Free throw-wise, 4 of 4 for Spain, 2 of 4 for Argentina. Turnovers, 4 for Spain, 3 for Argentina. No one on Spain's team is in foul trouble. You have Gomez and Esteche with 2 personal fouls each. Something that Argentina has not done a great job of is stopping Spain from scoring in the paint. Spain coming away 22 points of their 31 inside the paint, while Spain's been doing a fantastic job of keeping Argentina out with only allowing 12 points for them inside of the paint. Also, if you want to pull up the live stats of over in Venue 2, we have Iran men facing off against Canada currently at halftime. Beginning of the third, it looks like it's about to start. Score is 44-37 for Iran. That is a bit of a surprise, as the Canadian team is expected to be rather strong with the return of Patrick Anderson. Missing out on the 2014 World Championships, Patrick Anderson is returning to the Canadian roster. Now they are here and looking to try and get back onto the podium. And yeah, Iran looking to possibly upset them. At one point, Canada was down by about 20 points, and they are now chipping away at that lead. Also a very exciting game. We are about to start. Coach is getting in some last-minute tips, words, and motivation to their players. Rather balanced game that we've seen so far. Both teams rather equally matched. Spain losing the first quarter by 1 point, 15-16. Spain winning the second quarter by 1 point, 16-15 for Spain. I think that's something we can continue to see, expect to continue to see for the next 2 quarters. Argentina ball on the sideline, inbounded to Esteche. Looking for the 3 right away. A little bit of a bold choice. Looks like a little bit of technical problems here for Spain. Number 16 on Rubia coming off the court. Substituting number 8, Lara, back on the court. Lara is a critical player that we saw Spain using against the Australian men's team just the other day. And a very experienced one-pointer. Finding Alejandro. Alejandro drawing the foul. I believe that's going to be on Gomez. That is going to be his 3rd personal foul. First one is good.
Okay, that's number 9 is Alejandro and 7 is Pablo to refresh. And that's Alejandro at the line.
A little bit of a wheel change here for Garcia.
Pablo has a little bit more strip of black hair on his head than Alejandro in the front. Visually, that's about it.
Also, Alejandro is rocking the beard as compared to Pablo.
That's right. It's a little, yeah, little longer beard. He's got to have his hair in a different spot. But the numbers might help either, also.
Once again,
Spain
basket for basket between these 2 teams.
That's right.
Nice block there by Berdoon.
A little too quick of a pass there for him to see it coming at him. It actually got tipped to him. That's why he wasn't expecting it. Argentina tipped the ball over there.
Perez trying to keep Lara out. Lara is a quick one-pointer, able to recover back into defense.
For those of you in the United States, the U.S. men's team plays Korea in the other venue in about half an hour, 45 minutes. And the U.S. men looked great yesterday.
Currently in that venue right now, you have the Iranian men taking on Canada. It is an 11-point game for Iran, 50-39. They have led Canada this entire time. Starting off the game in the first quarter, taking the lead very fast. 19-point game, 29-10 is what they led.
Okay, I'm going to predict Canada comes back and either makes that close or comes back and beats them, but we'll see.
Canada has dug quite a hole for themselves. They're going to have to definitely chip away at that rather quickly.
They looked great against Germany yesterday.
6 seconds on the shot clock. Heavily contested there by Garcia, and it's good. Verdun currently 5 of 12.
Spain with a couple of miscues in the second half, giving Argentina a little bit of an advantage that they didn't have to earn, but they've earned it all right with their constant defense. Oh, nobody saw that one coming.
Yeah,
Floating over the middle.
definitely a little bit of a miscommunication and lack of mental focus there by Argentina. Sometimes we can see this coming out of halftime and into the third quarter. Teams take a little mental lapse and aren't able to come back onto the court with the energy that they left. Not ideal. Definitely something that can be detrimental and costly to a win. Hopefully one of these teams is able to pick it back up rather quickly. As we can see, also a little too high for Ruiz to be able to get there. Nice finish there by Verdun. It's going to be a fast break for Verdun. Garcia able to recover.
Back. Good positioning. Little chair banging, but that's part of the game there.
Nice ball swings here from Argentina. Gomez taking the heavily contested shot, rolling to the three-point line, waiting for the shot clock to go off before releasing.
Might have thought about it a little too much.
Probably could have gotten one more swing in. He started rolling back around with 6 seconds left on the shot clock.
He wanted to beat the buzzer, but shot fell just short.
Nice hands there by Gomez. Seche able to grab the ball. Verdun for the fast break.
It's going to be a good one.
Nice finish there.
Boxed them out with the chair. Kept position. Got that layup.
Alejandro doing a great job not creating a chair contact there. Also, that itself applies a lot of pressure to Verdun, because even though the contact's not there necessarily, it's one of those ones where you don't know if you should expect the contact, when the contact will come, if it will come.
Right alongside the man there.
Exactly.
Got to keep up with him.
Great composure by Verdun, not allowing that pressure to mentally disturb him.
And Spain finds itself down by 6 points. Once again.
I think this is a great timeout called. Allows them to regain some composure with plenty of time left in the third quarter, not to let this lead increase.
First adjustments of the second half have been made by both teams, and Argentina seems to have made the better ones for now. But Spain is going to make its own adjustments. And they'll be taking the ball in, trying to cut the lead back. That's number 51, Agustin Alejos. Alejos shoots, but can't hit his first.
Seeing the court for the first time of this game now.
I, of course, want to see Jesus Romero come in the game. My long-lost nephew. And there's Alejos with the ball, trying to stir things up in the mix. Nice block there by Alejandro, and the Argentine did not want to stop and deal with it and crashed into him for the foul.
That is going to be another foul on Asecha. That's his third personal foul.
A little too aggressive there, but he wanted to keep up with his man.
Thought he could fit through that gap there.
Yeah, I thought he could. And there's Pablo from the foul line. And up ahead, they get the loss. They don't get the rebound.
Great pass
but
there by
this one,
Gomez.
The pressure forces the Argentine to miss.
And he's going to pressure the ball, forcing Ruiz to go out of bounds. Argentina saying that Ruiz went out of bounds with the ball. Ref not calling it, saying that he got rid of the ball fast enough.
Couldn't hit. Lead stays at 6. Argentina looking to make it 8 or more.
Gets the shot off before the shot. Gets the shot off before the shot clock goes off.
But once again, those shots you see just before the clock are not the best ones, and they don't often fall if you have to rush it. And there's
Pablo not getting the shot to go off. Thought he might get a foul call. Doesn't happen.
Unfortunately, he had the position, but he just kind of lost his balance. He got stopped by the chair, but he was rolling into it, so that's maybe why they didn't call the foul. Almost got the block, but then had to make the foul.
Pera's going to get sent to the line for 2 shots.
Good little pass. The only place he could put it. That's something that we see a lot. You have to make precise passes. You got like this 6-inch window. Otherwise, there's going to be a hand on it, or it's not going to be the pass, which is similar to basketball. But in this game, it just seems so precise with the flying wheelchairs.
Yeah, sometimes even a smaller window than that. Sometimes it has to just be completely accurate. That foul was going to be on Alejos, number 51 of Spain, his first personal foul.
Passing a big part of this sport. That's why it's such a great team sport.
Definitely, and as we can see, like once again, back to that Germany-Iran game 2 days ago, the critical part that passing can play, Germany having 22 turnovers, literally kind of passed the game to Iran.
Yeah, and on the opposite side, what I saw about the Americans, yet their biggest strength and the biggest thing I see over other teams is just really crisp, fast passing with all their teammates.
Nice shot there by number 8, Villafana. Maintaining this lead, 45-37.
Argentina gets it up to 8 points now. Spain must make a reaction. Yeah, nice pass there, but they couldn't finish. Tough angle to get that ball off. So Alejandro missed that one. Now it's time for them to play some defense.
Gomez with the difficult shot once again, but it falls. It's going to be counted as a long 2. One wheel on the 3-point line, but not a 3-pointer.
Double-digit lead for Argentina.
This is going to be their biggest lead so far. We've seen them go up by 4, but this is going to be their largest lead with 10.
And deep into the 3rd quarter. Looks like they're going to go into the 4th quarter with the lead. Spain wants to cut that deficit.
Still plenty of time to do so. But they're going to definitely have to get some more movement on offense if they want to. Shot clock violations or
definitely
something.
Definitely on that one. They didn't even get a shot off until the 24th second.
Yeah, shot clock violations are something they cannot have.
I don't know, Vanessa, with all these shot clock violations, I wouldn't be surprised to have more coaches having their teammates counting down the 24-second clock, because it definitely helps.
It's something that usually the bench should be doing. It's something that is technically kind of the bench's responsibility. I know that playing with the U.S. national team for a while, if the bench did not count down the shot clock and the buzzer goes off, the bench is actually more in trouble than any player on that court. I mean, the players on the court should also be aware of the time that they have, but the players on the bench, that it's their job to communicate also with the players on the court.
Nice shot by the one-hander. And Argentina brings it up to 12. Spain brings it back up, though. Looking determined with Garcia in the middle. Gets the foul. And now he's looking for the three-point play. That's what you got to do. Bring it right back up. Takes it in there with that big chair.
We've also just seen substitutions come on the court for Argentina. Number 10, Ruggieri, and number 6, Gabas coming in. Esteche and Gomez coming out, both with 3 personal fouls.
It's got to be an advantage for Garcia to have that big chair, take up more real estate. But there's disadvantages. Okay, that's Maurice with the ball. Over to Garcia. Takes the three-pointer. Misses badly. And Argentina
Great tip
not
by
going to miss
Ruggieri.
this one.
Nice shot there by Verdun.
I don't think the score is correct right now. I thought they just went up by 13 again. Let's hope we get that corrected. Unless I'm mistaken. Probably mistaken on that one. If they haven't corrected it.
Argentina taking their time right now. Getting the three-pointer off, goes short. Spain with the rebound. They're going to have a full shot clock to be able to get a great offensive look. .13 seconds left. Nice swing to Garcia there. Argentina, once again, not really stopping any chairs until it's basically too late. Once a player is down on that charge circle, it's a really easy post-up for some of the height players that Spain has.
But Spain, the one that's down by 11 points, looking for an answer as we get to the end of the third quarter.
A little bit of miscommunication there as well by Verdun. Thought that number 6, Gabas, was going to roll. He did not. Verdun tried to do the no-look pass down to him, and yeah, ball almost going out of bounds, but a foul called instead. 10 seconds left on the game clock. .1 seconds left on the clock. Spain at the baseline. And that is going to be the end of the third quarter. 51-40 for Argentina.
Great quarter for Argentina.
Definitely able to pull away. Won that quarter by 11 points. We'll be back with you in about a minute or so.
Yeah, we'll take a little quick break.
back for the fourth quarter. A little bit of an update stat-wise. You have Spain currently shooting 37% from the field. They are currently 7 of 7 from the free throw line, though, shooting 100%, 1 of 3 for three-pointers. And on turnovers, they currently have 8. Argentina has allowed them 28 points in the paint, though, so that is something that could be detrimental to the Argentinian team if Spain begins to make a comeback. Argentina doubling the amount of points they've had in the paint in this third quarter than they did in the first half, from 12 to 24. Currently shooting 46% from the field, 12% for the three-point line, 1 of 8, and currently only 66% from the free throw line, with 5 turnovers. Also going on in venue 2 right now is the Iran men against Canada men. Currently 61-53 for Iran with 9 minutes and 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Iran holding that lead, getting a good update from the other venue. Thank you for that, Vanessa. I'm sure everybody wants to hear about that one as well.
And that's going to be a big surprise if Iran's able to keep that lead and, yeah, surprise and upset Canada.
Everyone in Canada and Iran for sure want to hear about that game. Great job to the Iranian team thus far, being the upstart of the tournament so far.
This would actually put Iran at the top of their pool as well, knocking Canada down into the second seed.
That's right. They're playing for first place basically right now, after Iran and Canada have both won their opening games. But back to this one, Argentina enjoying an 11-point lead into the fourth quarter now.
Still a lot of time for Spain to be able to try and make a comeback,
Spain needs to make a run very soon.
And that foul was on number 14 of Spain, his second personal foul.
Almost rolled out of bounds there before he dished the ball, but he gets it over to the one-armer. Yes!
Spain a little stationary right now in their offense, but are able to drain the shot from that right baseline.
And that was David Murray's, no, Oscar on Rubia. Yeah, that was number 16, Oscar and Rubia on that nice shot.
That's going to be his first 2 points of the game.
Yep. They'll need more of that. Still down by 11. And they'll need some stops on the Argentinians, who look very determined.
Grigeri with the drive doesn't fall in.
Pablo with the rebound. Up ahead.
Great. Oh, almost great defense there by Berdoon. Able to hit the first gap, not able to fit through the second one. Going to be called a foul. That is going to be Berdoon's first personal foul. So he has, yeah, plenty more that he can contribute in this fourth quarter. Garcia looking for an outlet.
Back to Maurice, up at the top of the key. And he's going to go for it, but not hit. And gets his own rebound, though, and brings it in with the pass to Garcia, but a little bit of an errant pass.
That is going to be called a foul on number 6 of Argentina,
Well,
Gabas.
luckily they got the foul.
His second personal foul. Already team's third foul for this quarter. That could be a little bit of a gift to Spain if Argentina ends up getting into team fouls.
Yeah, and on that one it wasn't necessary. It was kind of a bad pass, and Argentina would have had the ball. There's Maurice with the long shot, trying to pull his team back, but I don't know if it's desperation three-point time yet. We need just some good shots and some baskets.
Yeah, exactly. Spain definitely does not need a three-pointer right now.
They need to Get some better shots off and get some better plays in down low like they were the first half.
Exactly. They're kind of getting away from what was working. They're not getting in the paint, and they need to start, moving their chairs a little bit more, setting those picks, getting into the paint, finishing.
A little bit of panic on that one. See if their defense can bring them back with some plays.
As we can see, Spain bringing up a full court pressure here. Gaba already getting a pick off. Villafana finding number 13 Perez.
Good defense there.
Gabas with the rebound.
Got
Back to Gabas.
Tough shot. Behind the basket. Now they got the long pass ahead. They're not going to call the foul, but we got the shot.
Great composure there by number 14 for Spain, Maurice.
They got it down within 10, got it down to 9.
Argentina bringing subs to the table. We're about to see Esteche and Gomez come back into the game. I think the coach not exactly happy with the Spanish team being able to start closing this gap.
Nice little dish there off to the side, but won't fall. Alejandro up to Pablo, up to
Maurice. That is going to be another foul on Verdun. That is his second personal foul. Team's
fourth foul. Kind of had to take that one. That was a good foul, I guess. He had the position.
I would have just put if I was in Verdun's position, I would have just put my hand up and tried to have Maurice shoot over me. He does have the height advantage, a little bit of a difficult shot there for Maurice. And also, yeah, even though it's only his second personal foul, it does send Maurice to the line for 2 free throws, as well as sends them to 14 fouls. So now any foul, once they get 5 fouls, any foul is going to send Spain to the free throw line.
But he's going to make them earn it. He's got to earn both his points here, see if he can hit them both.
Currently 2 of 2. Now 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Spain's still shooting at 100% from the free throw line. Argentina really not wanting to get into team fouls and allow them to close this gap just through free throws. But
that's true.
Great job by Spain executing.
And with the clock stopped, so that's the reason why you don't foul when you have the lead. And this is a pretty sizable lead for the fourth quarter in wheelchair basketball. We'll see if Spain can come all the way back. It's down to 7, so it's not as sizable anymore.
Yeah, still plenty of time. Just under 6 minutes to go. Gomez calling the ball, wanting the mismatch. Pablo over there not being able to contest him.
Nice defense there. Real nice defense. Spaniards are letting their defense lead the way.
Argentina saying that Alejandro had tipped the ball. Ref had originally called it ball for Spain, now changing the call. It will be Argentina's ball at the baseline. A little bit of a rush shot there by Verdun, but only 2 seconds left on the shot clock.
All right, Spain can cut it to within 5. Garcia with the ball. Looking for the open man or shot. Over to Maurice. Back to Pablo. Pablo hits.
Nice 2 points there by Pablo. Spain really beginning to chip away at this gap.
Perhaps a little of what we saw in Rio 2016.
Miscommunication on that full court pressure, and that's something that can be dangerous, is that if there's a miscommunication or any type of mental lapse there, one good pick by Argentina can open up a fast break layup.
And this is 2018 Hamburg, which is similar to, but totally different than 2016 Rio. What do you think of this whole event? Vanessa, it's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, the
Of
whole
what
event.
the Germans have done here in Hamburg.
Yeah, the whole event has been completely incredible, and something that Germany as a country is really good at doing is inclusion and supporting adaptive athletics.
Yeah.
So the whole event has been really, really incredible. There was a little bit of technical issues in the beginning, not only just with the live stream, but also obviously with VenueTube making those delayed
But
games.
heck, when you got 100 things to do and you do 98 of them, that's not too bad. Because it's incredible when you think about the logistics. You know, I'm in media here, and you're seeing just all the different things that have to fit together. This is like, you know,
yeah, something that
world-class broadcast.
Yeah, and something else that should be noticed is the, as you can see at the baselines, it's kind of like white platforms, and that is actually wheelchair accessible stadium style seating. So there is a ramp going up one side, and the space for each section allows for wheelchairs to be able to come in and sit, as well as be able to leave without having to make everyone else before you have to leave to clear the way for you.
And they eliminated more than 1,000 seats to do that. So.
But I think, yeah, one of the biggest wheelchair basketball events in the world, you're obviously going to have wheelchair viewers. For them to be able to take that into consideration and create something like that is fantastic.
Right. Meanwhile, Spain misses again. And this comeback is stalled temporarily at the 4-minute mark, below 4 minutes now. But that one will help the Spaniards to cut it to 5 if they can hit. There's Garcia with the ball. Gets stopped by his own man, but tried to get it inside.
That's going to be a 3-second call there on Garcia.
Or was it on somebody else? I thought Garcia had the ball and went into.
It might have been on the player in front of him.
But it was a 3-second call, yep. It was the player that he crashed into in front of him. Either way, not good for Spain. As Argentina tries to use some clock, and if they can hit this shot, it's going to go a long way to their victory, or to a victory.
Nice
but they couldn't, and Spain has a little bit of redemption, a little bit of light here.
Going to be able to attack 3-on-2. Loses a little bit of control of the ball there, but able to bring it back up. Swings over to the opposite side. Spain trying to run a little bit of a power side there with the Zarzuela twins.
Nice defense there. And that really rattled Garcia, and he wasn't able to get the shot off. Still a 7-point lead, under 3 minutes now.
That is going to be an 8-second call on Argentina. Great pressure there by Spain. Looking over there in venue 2 now, the score currently is 66-62 for Iran. Fourth quarter.
They're coming back, the Canadians.
Yeah.
Only 4 points now.
4 minutes and 35 seconds left to go.
And in this one, Spain just cut it to 5. Nice off the backboard there. Argentina's looking for a backbreaker here.
Argentina needing to stay composed still. I think they're feeling a little bit of pressure. They've had a couple of sloppy passes that they've been able to pick up though.
Good defense by Spain.
3 seconds.
And they keep them from scoring, but they get the turnover.
That's going to be 24 seconds for Argentina.
Well, they got a 14-second clock, so we're down to 10 now. They'll have to shoot it within, but that still takes 10 more seconds off the clock.
Turnover for Spain. They're able to reel it in.
Spain's got the ball with a 5-point lead by Argentina.
Great defense there by Gomez. No foul called. Garcia wanting the foul. A little bit of miscommunication.
Foul wouldn't do any good at this point. I don't think are they almost in the bonus, but Argentina has 4 fouls, so the next foul, they'll be in the bonus if they get a foul.
And Spain is currently shooting 100% from the free throw line. Garcia is 3 of 3.
Unfortunately, there's only 1:41 left on the clock for Spain to do this. We'll see what happens. That's not going to help. And Spain has the foul.
That is going to be a foul on
Maurice, right?
No, number 14. Oh yeah, Maurice, you're correct.
14,
I wasn't sure if they were going to give it to Maurice or Garcia.
That's his third foul, but Spaniards aren't worried about fouls as much as they are points.
No, 1 minute and 32 seconds left. I'm surprised we didn't see a couple of more fouls coming from Spain trying to send Argentina to the line. Argentina has not been executing their free throws quite as well as Spain has been.
Well, they're going to have to in this last minute and 29. Clock counting down. And
nice dump down to Perez. That's going to send him to the line for 2 shots.
The subject foul number 13, Garcia Garcia, his third.
Nice shot there from the elbow for Villafana, and it falls. It's going to open the lead back up to 7 for Argentina. Iran increasing the lead over there in venue 2 as well, 71-62 now. 3 minutes left to go. Spain coming back, putting it back to a 5-point game.
But it's under a minute and only 50 seconds left. Gets called for the foul. He thought it was clean, but...
And Verdun is not the player you want on the free throw line.
Unfortunately for Spain.
Currently 2 of 2. Nice shot there, 3 of 3 for Verdun.
That puts it to 6, and this will make it officially a 3-possession game if he makes it. Still 2 possession, but 2 3-pointers are going to be very hard for Spain.
And Spain cannot allow Argentina to get the offensive rebound there. Perez able to get his hand on it.
That's almost a game ender right there.
Long 2 there by Verdun.
Now they've only got 30 seconds left by the time they get the ball up here, and less than that.
They're going to need a 3-pointer. Maybe looking to draw the foul with
They are going to have to get 2 3-pointers at this point.
Oh, foul called on number 4, I believe, of Argentina.
So they help them out a little, but maybe not, because they can't get a 3-pointer, and they'll still need 2 more possessions after this, even if they hit them both.
Something that could happen that we could see is if he makes the first one with the second free throw.
He may throw it on purpose.
He may throw it, hit the rim, and try to go for that offensive rebound. Something very difficult to do, because if he does miss the rim, it still will be Argentina ball.
Well, we'll find out on the second one, because the first one missed anyways. I don't think he's thinking that right now. They'll probably just get 1 point at this point. No, it's probably a moot point, as Argentina has looked like the better team in this game. Too many missed shots by Spain in the second half and not enough penetration, I think.
Both teams very equally balanced, though. No team allowing the lead, I believe, to get further than 11 points at one point for Argentina, but for the majority of the game, it's been between, 4 to 6 points.
They're playing like they did against the first game against the Netherlands, where they won pretty easily, or fairly easily, with 11 points.
Nice foul there by Alejandro Zarzuela.
Good job for Argentina.
Argentina bringing that lead back up to 7.
And Spain is beside itself, though it calls one last timeout.
Going back over to venue 2, currently 73-67.
Canadians have made a little run back to 6 points with 2 minutes and 17 seconds left over there.
Iran still with the lead, though, so that could definitely be, an interesting game and a big upset. Looking back at our game, you currently have Garcia with 19 points for Spain, Mariz with 11, Alejandro Zarzuela with 10.
And we didn't think it was that much of a fluke when Iran beat Germany. And if they beat Canada, they are going to be the talk of the town for sure.
Yeah, that'll definitely be a big upset, especially with Patrick Anderson bringing Canada back,
They looked
coming
strong
back onto
yesterday
Canada's team.
against Germany.
Anderson currently 10 of 22, though, shooting 45%.
That's part of the problem.
Canada shooting 48% as a team.
The team does kind of go with him.
Ball back in. 15 seconds left on the game clock.
But Spain here has had better efforts.
Needed that shot, needs the foul.
And
Argentina's going to kill the clock.
Is going to
That's
be the winner of this one. Great job, Argentina. Good job, Spain.
That is going to be game 61-54 for Argentina against Spain. That is going to send Spain currently winless at the World Championships. A little bit of a surprise, not what I was expecting to see coming from the 2016 silver Paralympic Paralympic silver medalists. Yeah, great job by Argentina. Both teams very equally matched, as we saw going into halftime. Tied game. If you want to head over to the other stream of Venue 2, the score is currently 77-67 for Iran with 1 minute 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Canada down by 10. That is a little bit of a surprise, and definitely, I'm sure, a great game. Thank you so much for tuning into us, and I hope you continue to watch some more of the World Championships.